everybody. All right, so we are back at it, and if you didn't watch the review, so this is going to be kind of different than it was before because I'm recording it and then I'm going to post it on the YouTube channel. It's not going to be on Twitch anymore. So other than that, we're just going to jump right into the podcast as normal. Kind of. So to start, I do want to mention Twitch. So last night I hit affiliate on Twitch, and I want to thank all of you guys. You're all wonderful. I didn't even think it was going to honestly happen. I was just kind of scrolling through analytics, and I got the notification. Everything is now set up, I believe. Subs, everything is set up. It looks pretty, except for emotes are still being verified by Twitch. So thank you all for your support. Definitely check out the channel if you have been, because there are some changes, and I'll be live tonight from 4 to 6 before the Super Bowl, so that you guys can check out the new stuff and we can do another Swole Sunday. A little douchey, yeah. But anyway, let's just jump into we'll just jump into the podcast as normal, right? So we're gonna go into the game releases for this month and next month, and I'm just gonna talk about the big ones for me. So we have DBZ Kakarot. That one actually had pretty good success. Decent reviews, came out on January 17th for everything. You also had the Sims 4 update, Tiny Living for PC, came out on January 1st. Now, I'm not a huge Sims person myself, but I know a lot of people enjoyed this. The whole Tiny Living craze is really popular right now, so like people are really into that. Kingdom Hearts Remind got an expansion. Well, Kingdom Hearts 3 got an expansion called Remind for the PS4 that came out on the 23rd. Let's see. We also have Oddworld that came out for the Switch. Now, that's an older game that is being re-released, mind you, but it is a pretty good one. Came out on January 23rd as well. And then these two here, we're actually going to talk about Warcraft and Blizzard a little later in the news section, if you can see right there. But Pillars of Eternity came out on January 28th for PS4 and Xbox One. That is an awesome game. The first one was great, and the voice acting cast is amazing. And then there's Warcraft 3 Reforged. Now, this is the classic RTS-style Warcraft, not like a new World of Warcraft expansion or anything like that. So, that's it pretty much for January, like the big deal things, in my opinion. Excuse me, I'm still sick, so I'm like fighting a cough. Let's go ahead to February. So in February, what do we got? This one is weird. Dark Crystal Age of Resistance Tactics. This is a tactics game based on a puppet movie that came out in the 80s that Netflix revitalized into a show. Don't know why, but yeah. Apparently that's coming out on the 4th. Let's see what else we've got here. Anything interesting? Champion Edition of Street Fighter V. I know they released them a bunch, but there are a lot of Street Fighter fans. That's coming out on the 14th. Darksiders Genesis is also coming out on the 14th. That's a cool one. That's like a Diablo-like two-player in the Darksiders world. It looks really fun. And you get to play as Strife and War, I believe. But they'll probably be adding like new stuff. Let's be real. Okay, let's see. One Punch Man, A Hero Nobody Knows, is coming out February 28th. That's kind of funny. That game looks like it's going to be like a fighting game, but instead of fighting to win, you're just kind of fighting to survive until Saitama shows up. That's pretty much it, though. I mean, we've got the Kingdom Hearts 3 Remind release here for Xbox One, but okay, cool. You guys are getting it a little bit later. Metro Redo for Switch, that's kind of cool, but the game itself is pretty old, and on Switch, I doubt those frames are going to work out well. But yeah, that's pretty much it. So let's get into the news, and before I talk about Blizzard, I want to talk about two really big letdowns. I don't know if you guys follow my social media, but I was talking about pre-ordering Final Fantasy VII and Cyberpunk2077, and both of those games got pushed back. Cyberpunk2077 got pushed way back, I think like till March or September, and Final Fantasy VII got pushed back till April. So yeah, sad. That's the big sad bit of news. Everybody kind of expected pushbacks and stuff, but I thought we were done, All right. So other than that, the only other real interesting thing I could find was this thing about Blizzard. Now, this is on ccn.com. Don't know how reputable they are. I was just kind of browsing. Came out yesterday, Saturday the 1st. And apparently, Blizzard is banning players for shit talking their new game, Warcraft 3, because of all of the issues that have come under fire. And what I mean by that is they'll go on Reddit, and if you're like, hey, where can I get like a refund? This is shit. They'll just ban you. They won't refund you, all that. So like, I know that's in line with kind of their MO. They did that whole thing with Blitz Chun, with the Free Hong Kong thing. But this is surprising, right? Because you'd think that a company as big as them would like be able to take the little bit of internet offense. Excuse me. Okay. Sorry about that. We're still getting better, like I said. Other than that, they are also stealing people's work. Now, this is a kind of iffy topic, but basically they're saying that if you're a map maker and you make maps for this game, it's their property and you have no right to compensation. And I understand the whole no right to compensation. Maybe if someone like donated to you, that's one thing. But I don't feel as though it's fair to say that it is Blizzard's property, you know, especially if the person is like creating assets their own or what have you, where they're actually putting time into modeling or whatever. If they're doing that, it's not yours, Blizzard. You can't just claim it because someone put it in a thing that he wanted to show his friends. That's just not fair. And that kind of goes against the whole artistic, creative side of video games. It's very corporate. It's very evil. And this whole article brings up evil quite a bit. But yeah, no, and the big problem is with big companies like this, like we had with Blizzard, we've had it with Activision, we've had it with EA, is like sometimes they are too big to fail. You know, they just have too many properties, they've succeeded too much, they have too much money. So they can basically just say, you know, fuck the fans, and we're left to just sit there like, oh, well, I mean, I can either not buy these games, which will still objectively be good for the most part. And what I mean by that is like they have the finances to get good designers and good artists and good creators in to make this stuff. So like even this Diablo Immortal, I know you guys all remember that controversy. Even when that came out, that was it was like 2 days of news, and then nobody cared anymore, and we were just like, oh, okay, I mean, it'll probably still be decent, you know. I mean, and they were dicks too. They made fun of like the fans and everything. Like, oh, you don't have phones. It's like, what's wrong with you? And then they just conclude here with just say screw Blizzard. It's hard, but you know, because they've got WoW and they've got Diablo and they've got all these great properties, but you might just have to put a middle finger up and be like, I'm done. I'm done. But yeah, other than that, there hasn't been that much gaming news, really. Today's the Super Bowl, obviously. So go watch the game. If you're in America, have fun, hang out with family. And before that, definitely watch Swole Sunday with me and my buddy Yuki Okami. But yeah, there isn't. Normally, I like to do some art at the end here, but I'm currently working on a commission, and while I'm doing that, I don't want to show that to anyone else, and that's taking pretty much all of my focus right now. I also spent the whole morning creating emotes and stuff, so I'm kind of tapped for this month at least. But hopefully by the end of this month, by the end of February, I'll have finished that commission in its entirety, and I'll be working on You're Just a Skelly, tentative title. And then you'll be seeing asset creation and storyboarding and stuff at the end of these videos again, but it'll be more focused. It won't just be like, what do I want to make today? Let's make this, you know. I'll be working on weapons or what have you. But yeah, this is a bit of a shorter one, so I'm sorry if you were looking for like an hour-long podcast or whatever, but just to keep you posted, I'll be or just to say it again rather, I'll be live later on tonight, and all of the live streams are now going to be coming out like 2 days later. So look for them like Monday or Tuesday. But other than that, thanks for stopping by. Thanks for listening, and have a good one. Bye-bye.